ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Hey folks, it's Van Kraken. Welcome to a Saturday night World of Warships Legends stream. Will this be the last night of Yasen Butai Leader? Let's hope so. We're pretty close to the end. I hope you are too. I've seen a lot of Azumas out in game. I don't have her quite yet in my port, but after tonight, hopefully we will. Maybe a quick round tomorrow or two to get her finished off, but I think she's well within reach. And again, hopefully that your 4 weeks of campaigning have been successful and you've already got her taken care of. Was excited to stream last night after The Mandalorian, pumped up for that show. Sorry I missed last night's stream. We had a bit of a situation and sad night with one of our pets, so kind of deflated the evening around our household, so chose to just play some games on my own and made some progress on getting done with this campaign. So we are very close to finishing. So we're going to jump in and take a look at a couple of things really quickly before we start. If you haven't finished up yet, we are looking at endurance trials right now being completed for most of you, hopefully. I'm just working on the last bit of the shakedown trials. So I think I have about 8 of the 10 enemy ships to take out. And there's a bug in the mission set, as I understand it, in which basically all of the shakedown missions are working for any ship type of damage, no matter what ship you're playing. So basically missions 2, 3, and 4 are all registering at the same time. I'd heard that from another streamer, and that seems to be the way things are working, that it's a little easier to achieve because you don't have to do your damage in each of the 3 categories listed there in Shakedown Trial 2, 3, and 4. You just have to do the damage, period, to any type of ship. So that's kind of a shortcut, and it's good news. It's been a long grind. I think we deserve a little break at the end of the whole session, so I'm not going to feel bad about it if the devs did not program that properly. Let's take advantage of what we can. One other quick thing I wanted to check in with you on is that note I had at the bottom about the winter holidays calendar. Some may call it an advent calendar, but I can understand they probably want to keep it as a-religious as possible for those of you who might not be particularly religious or use an advent calendar around your house. But it is the little thing where each day you open a door and you reveal a new prize or toy or something within an advent calendar. We have one here at house for our dog. Our kids usually have a couple. This year there's one for treats and there's one for makeup, since I have all women around here now. So basically, how does this calendar work? You're going to basically be able to click on each of these items for each day. And when you do, you're going to get a gift that you can claim. So I've already claimed 3 big crates, 10,000 global XP, commander crate, and 5 common containers. But when you complete these missions, and the one key thing is to keep in mind here is that your missions are tracked here at the World of Warships Legends site. So go to the World of Warships Legends website, search for holiday calendar, winter holidays calendar, or advent calendar, and it'll basically allow you to enter your username, what system you're on, and start working the calendar. The mission progress gets tracked here at the website, not in game. So that's something that I was able to confirm the last couple nights during gameplay. And then lastly, for each mission you complete, your progress bar is going to fill up here across the bottom. So there's some other really cool stuff you can win. 5 big crates, 50,000 global XP, which I'll say over and over till I'm as red as this card in the face. Use that for global XP free premium ships. Why not? There's some great ships out there available, like Atlanta for 500,000, best credit and XP earning ship in the game that will make every mission set you run easier going forward. Grab that 50,000 global XP for completing 12 of these daily missions. You have a week to complete them after you open what they call a card for each day. You can see I've completed mission 1, so that's completed down here. And then 20 promotion orders. And lastly, if you complete 24 of the these missions, all these missions, you're going to get an Okhotnik, the Viking longboat destroyer, for free. I mean, there's ways to get free premiums in this game, and what's cool is this is not a tier 2 premium. I believe she's a tier 4. I'm not 100% sure, but the way ships have scaled, I'm pretty sure she's a tier 4 Russian DD. She's fun. She has a boatload of guns. She's crazy looking. Also launches these hugely massive torpedo salvos, but they're pretty short range. I think they're like 4-kilometer torps. So great for ambushing a battleship around an island, something like that. So anyway, here's a great chance to win a cool and fun premium ship and to get a bunch of stuff when you open each of these daily cards. So again, that is at the website. It's not in game. So make sure you take advantage of that. It's going to, I think, yield you some really cool and fun stuff. All right, so we're going to jump in and start gameplay, guys. Again, I'm sitting here on my Weekly Havoc missions tab page. I've got 2 out of 10 ships destroyed, and I'm 191,000 damage in, basically out of 300,000. And again, concurrently, that did damage for Shakedown Trials 3 and 4. So I'm already done with those, and I'm in my last bit of renown here to unlock the Azuma. So we're at step 93, so we're not far away. We are very close to finishing. You can see the end in sight, the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, so we're going to jump into play. It's tier 4 through tier 7 ships. So I think I've already got that selected in my carousel, just basically selecting ships that will work. And again, be in standard mode, don't be in AI mode. That's not going to count towards these shakedown missions. So let's start with something that I enjoy, that's fun. Again, had kind of a crappy night last night and a difficult morning this morning, so I am going to jump into a ship I just enjoy and have a great time with, and that's Konigsberg. And she's usually very good for kills. I'll jinx myself on that, but good for kills, good for damage for a tier 4 ship. So we don't need any boosters attached to her for this type of mission. It's all damage based and kills based, so save your boosters. This is a ship I've already finished grinding to the next ship up the line, so I don't need to run a double ship booster or anything. You see me run another tech tree ship in tonight's play session to finish up. I will sometimes run a ship XP booster if I need to grind out that next ship in the line, and especially when I need to get a ship from being stock into being kitted out, as I call it, just the module spot for it, the upgrade spot for it. Because we know that running our stock ships is not the most fun, right? A lot of ships become much better performing once you're able to upgrade them. All right, I'm going to turn up the music here a little wee bit. Running some DMCA free music. I won't sing because that would probably trigger a DMCA on me right away if I sing any popular songs. Voice quality is so high. Just kidding. My older daughter has a great voice. She just won't sing in public. Totally petrified to sing in public. Of course, right? Okay. In domination caps, I would really like it from a team play perspective if we would cover A and C, kind of split up between those two caps. And we're in a small game. We did not load a full-size game, so I'm going to go to C just because it offers me a little more cover versus staying completely out in open water. So we're going to run and wait until we have the cover of these islands to unleash our first salvo. If I fire right now, I'm completely broadside to the Ismail, right? And that could be bad. It would be bad. He's got good accuracy in a Russian battleship within 14 kilometers. Actually, the closer they get under 14 kilometers to a target, the better their accuracy is. Okay, his guns are no longer on me. And he has slow turning turrets, so I'm going to go ahead and fire away. And we got a fire first out. You're going to get my free Star Wars sound effects Honor of the Mandalorian I watched last night and really enjoyed. No extra charge to you for these sound effects. Thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate it. We'll be mashing up holidays and pop culture and all kinds of stuff on the screen here. Screen and stream going forward over these next few weeks. Okay, I'm being spotted, so you'll say there has to be one of the enemy DDs on our side. Sure enough, G101. I think I let him enough. Huh? Did get a hit. We were just lining up that Queen Elizabeth, who's already on fire. Oh, he came out of smoke. I'm shocked. And back in it. So remember when you're driving a destroyer that you need to slow down when you start your smoke screen, and especially if you're driving a cruiser that has a smoke screen, like the Admiral Kutuzov or the Flint or Belfast, you will roll right out of your smoke if you're not careful. So when I'm driving a cruiser with smoke, I will actually start slowing down substantially before I even pop the smoke consumable. Okay, let's disengage and go. Oh, there's both of them are there. Okay, so we're going to push forward and try to support this flank. Kamikazes are evil and must die as quickly as possible. Super fast torpedo reload, low detection.
Reporting the target position.
We do have hydroacoustic or sonar 1 that we can use. Protect ourselves in close. And catapult fighter. Fighter works also to provide you some spotting protection. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put the fighter up. We get a good duration of time
Fighter airborne.
on this ship's fighter. They really nerfed catapult fighters on the PC version of the game, which I'll talk about a lot, the PC version, just because I play that game a lot as well and stream it occasionally too. So some of the things I talk about on PC, you will wonder whether the same type of nerfs and buffs will happen on this game eventually.
Torpedoes direct front.
Okay, we're not, just checking where the torpedoes are going from the kamikaze.
Torpedoes direct
Oh! Oh my gosh! He threaded the needle.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Thought we were gonna get him a torp kill on him.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Okay, not optimal to not know where the kamikaze is. Okay, our Hydra is now detecting him, but shoot, we're gonna turn into his torpedoes.
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes direct front.
We're likely to take one. Oh! Holy cats! Torpedo beats! And the G101's torpedo went behind us. Dude is sad. Just say no, kamikaze. No dice. We're just chasing him down with our sonar 1 now. He will be reloading torpedoes super soon. If he lives.
Torpedoes
Okay,
direct
I
front.
don't mind getting help on that kill, though we could have used the ship kill. We got one already.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Oh my gosh.
It's a trap!
It's a trap, but it wasn't. I cannot believe I dodged all those torpedoes. Woo! Pulse is up. It's the first game. We're only 10 minutes in. Okay, I'm ready to go to bed. I didn't sleep a lot last night. It's crazy. I mean, moments like that are why I really like this game and have been playing it for 4 years and don't get sick of it. I compare it to golf a lot. You have a crappy round of golf, but you hit those two beautiful, pure shots that make you say, you know what, I can play this game. I just need to keep trying to get better. That was awesome. It was more like a
Trust your feelings.
that kind of moment. Luke, you've taken off your targeting computer. I like Star Wars a lot because I was someone who actually got to see the first Star Wars movie in San Diego at the theater with my dad when it released the first time, then was lucky enough to live in LA actually and just live in San Diego for 3 months during the summer. And then we went and saw it at Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, which was insane. It was one of the few theaters that was set up for THX Dolby at that point in time. Just the sound experience was intense. Very lucky. Okay, we're spotted by the Queen Elizabeth's plane. So we're gonna have to tread a little bit lightly. We're gonna look for a number to appear next to our spotted icon, which tells us that we're being targeted by the enemy team. Currently we are not, but we are still spotted. And it's the Ismail that's spotting us. He's pretty preoccupied with the ship that's more in his field of vision. Spotting us now. So we're going to stop right here. Oh, we're not, because the plane is still spotting us. Bastard. Where are all these spotting planes? Okay, spotter plane has landed for the Queen Elizabeth. So we can park here. We're just going to park, chill. Hey, Dark Architect. Sorry, man. I'm like in my own little reverie here. Lighting stuff on fire. How are you, my friend? Hope you're still there. I'm sure you are long done with your Azuma. I am trying to finish her off tonight. Good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving holiday and everything? You're going to get, hopefully, a more extended break here soon from class. I would hope. Christmas break was my favorite time. Though I wound up living at school and college a good chunk of that time, so I worked a big chunk of it, but got usually a week or two off to go home and see some family. 1 month, that's awesome. Then it's just kind of getting back into the swing of things, back into the swing of class, but once you're an upperclassman and been doing class for a while, or you're doing like your graduate degree, it's easier because you know how everything works. You slip right back into class. Dude, our team melted. We had this game in hand. Mighty Konigsberg is taking home a high caliber, though. Okay. Ismail's on fire. Let's see if we can get the Queen Elizabeth on fire. Excellent. So that's cool, dude. You said your final/presentations went well. Last I heard. That's a good way to go out on your break as well. Our Thanksgiving was super chill. Just my wife and kids. We didn't have her parents over. We didn't have any other family members over. Just kept it really chill this year. Which in our state is the thing to do, though not everyone is doing that. Exercising their personal freedoms. Sweet. Can we claw this thing back? Depends how good our DD player is. That's what it's going to depend upon. Our DD can keep these guys spotted. I can run to this corner and try to... just go in the opposite direction. Say, I could torpedo ambush on this corner if they were remaining spotted, but losing visual, I'm going to double back the other direction. Yeah, I mean, it was good. Thank you for asking. It just was very different. We had a much, smaller meal prep and didn't have to get up at 5 in the morning or something like that to start making food and, dealing with being a host and all that stuff. It was way easier. Let's torp the corner just in case they decide to come back this way. Shoot. The bummer is we are not ahead on points. You only have 13 days of your semester. Not left, right? Or is 13 days left? Is that what you're meaning? Dude, why'd the DD double back? He should have torped that edge. He kind of hosed us by leaving spotting, though. Okay, my plane's recharged. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, that last part hopefully will be easier if you've taken some of your tests. Alright. Maybe I got a spot for him a little early. Which way are these guys headed? I'm gonna use my torpedo indicator just to get a direction for these guys. Oh, take-home finals. I like those. Though some were worse, depending on the teacher. Some could be really hard. Okay, Squeak, you got a torped. One of these buggers has an airplane up. Ugh. Dude, so Dark, tell me why every battleship I'm playing against right now is firing HE all the time. I mean, I guess it's a light cruiser and a destroyer right now, but seriously, even when I'm driving battleships, they're all firing HE at me constantly. That's why you need to do more instructional videos, because I watch some other streamers and they're talking about how great it is to fire HE in battleships all the time. Like, no. No, 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 no. Not to be judgmental, but I probably wanted to start my turn sooner. DD die? Where'd the DD go? We need to get that Ismail out. Meanwhile, I've slowed down, fat-fingered my throttle. No! Come on, RNG! Hey, when you have no school, you can do a video a day. Oh my gosh, we straddled him front back and then we straddled him side to side.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill the Ismail, dude. Kill the Ismail.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Before he starts to heal. You should be able to get him. Only 40 seconds-ish. Yes! Nice work! We clawed it back! I'm playing around with my colorblind settings. So many people think my color balance is out of whack. So, oh, 91,000 in Konigsberg. I'll take that. So I try to change my colorblind intensity, and what I found, I can tell the team icons apart, no problem. It's just really hard for me to tell the icon's text and color from the background. That's more my issue. So I'm sorry, but I have to go back to my unique color scheme. Change my intensity here. Let me monkey with this a little bit more. So yeah, that was why I originally went to colorblind mode, was because I couldn't tell the two team ship icons apart, and now that's not a problem, but it's the red team against any of the greenish colors in the background I cannot see very well at all. So I love this ship. This ship is so fun. It's my warming up in that or the grass, usually pretty good to me. Alright, I'm gonna play a battleship for John the Dark Architect. Let's see, what should I play? The tier, so I played, let's maybe try. I played 4 really good games in Wichita last night and lost 4 in a row because my teams were ridiculously difficult to play with, let me put it that way. And I had some good Jean Bart games, but those were kind of hard too. All right. If you notice on Jean-Bart, I did have a global XP booster, just a double, and a credits XP booster, a double. I'm saving my triples for the next campaign. I don't know if I'll run the campaign for the Japanese commander. Maybe I should, because I could probably use some better skills for my personal perspective on the Japanese DDs. I need to learn to run the torpedo boats better. Oh, in AI as in standard? You mean on this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people play AI a lot and then they try to jump into standard for the completion of these last parts of the mission sets. I mean, it would take you forever to get the endurance trials done in AI, probably 3 times as long, right? So I always tell people when I'm recording, and it could be part of the issue, even if it's harder for you, try to run in standard mode to get your missions knocked out, but you don't need to jump to high tiers if you're not ready. That would be the exception. Okay. So Sensei's in the house, so we're going to start slow and measured. So tiers, we can bow in on this side to the C-cap. Just have to see what kind of support shapes up here. Right now, we do have 2 BBs behind us. The question is, will we get even one destroyer to come this side to spot? It looks like they're going to both, between the 3 of them, they're going to go to A and B, which kind of stinks. If you're in a destroyer and you see 2 DDs going to the right-hand side of the map, take the left. It's not just the capping, it's the spotting that's important. So I don't want to rush forward, especially now. I'm actually going to throw it in reverse, just because if they have more than 1 DD or even 1 DD come to C, which is a possibility because I got spotted and didn't counter spot, I don't want to be pushing too far. Well, right after you guys, okay? How about that? Yeah, I definitely turn my turrets when I'm reloading. Oh, you mean don't show the front of your turret face on this boat because of the thin turret face armor. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, I have heard that JB and Richelieu have that issue. I mean, I know the guns get knocked out, but that's a very good tip. And shoot HE all the time, even at broadside targets, right? Because it's always going to do damage and always set stuff on fire. Just kidding. Don't do that. Do not do that. Yes, bow in targets like battleships that are dug in, that are at range, that you're not going to do consistent AP damage on. By all means, use HE in those situations. Use HE on destroyers. But don't use HE on broadside cruisers, on broadside battleships at close range. AP 97% of the time. Yeah, exactly. So we're not getting a mountain icon, so it looks like we can get up and over this hill to get shots in on the hipper. Okay. So when you see low damage penetrations like that, it's basically called an over penetration. The shells went straight through the other side of the ship because it's a thinly skinned cruiser that was broadside, without the fuse having time to detonate, so it's a lower amount of damage.
The ship is on fire.
Oh crap. Yep. That's what I thought.
Engine boost activated.
Okay, we might have to load HE just to defend ourselves against the DD. We will load HE just for short range protection here. I don't think he has the world's greatest torpedo range.
Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, damage control. Stark saying when you have 2 fires, but you don't want to pop that damage control until there's 2 fires burning. You let a single fire burn and just run your repair party. Okay. We are... I had an amazing dodge against Kamikaze in my first game in Konigsberg. Versus like 3 full spreads, I weaved through them without 1 hit. It was glorious. Dude, Odin. So the Odin's basically going to suicide in so he can use his torpedoes, but he's putting himself in a 1v3 situation plus a destroyer. Unless... Nope, the destroyer's still there. So he's basically in a 1v4 situation where he's stuck in. Don't get infatuated with using your torpedoes on a battleship or cruiser. They're for later stage in the match, when the ships have thinned out a little bit and you're getting into closer range knife fight situations. See, we're doing 3,600 damage penetrations on a Magi superstructure, which I will take. And the team has a lead, so there's no reason to squander it by pushing when we don't really need to. Okay. Consumable second from the right side is a reload booster. I'm going to pop that off right now because of Vladivostok. Oh! Dude, you're like my lucky charm. What was that on Jean Bart? Holy crap, Vladivostok. How does that feel? Okay, so I've got to use my damage control now. Oh, another sit down. I'll admit I've not had that kind of salvo against a battleship for a while. It is your presence that rewards me. Okay, so that's why we want to be firing AP people and not HE. What I was saying is that reload booster on Jean Bart will get you up, and there's our destroyer friend. We can stay AP now because he's really low health. 1 good salvo will take him out. And his torpedoes are still going at the Odin, so... Odin died. We lost our spot.
Engine boost deactivated.
I'm going to put my target reticle on the Hipper just to kind of look him off. I'm going to have to likely get on the move because of the destroyer. So, if I push straight at the Amagi to stay bow in, I'm going to be in dangerous torpedo territory. So I'm looking off the Hipper, I'm getting him highlighted so he sees me aiming at him on his number of target, or people targeting him indicator. And then I'm going to accelerate forward and make a turn in between salvos on the Amagi. Lapped him for another 8,500. Okay, now he's fired. I'm going to go ahead and execute a turn because I knew the torpedoes would likely be coming. Or he still might take one. Swing the butt, steer the opposite direction. Dude, we're in like torpedo dodging pro level right now. Gonna run my repair party. And we're gonna retarget the Hipper now. We're gonna have to kite for a bit. Our team is losing ships.
Torpedoes astern.
Big time. The stern on this ship is not as well armored as the bow, unfortunately. Come on, give me some luck on this Hipper. Oops. Gotta thread the needle here. Overpen. Need a damage control here. Hipper's gonna swing. Show broadside, but we're not reloaded. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have damage controlled. Just panicked on my level of HE. Or sorry, HP. Come on, damage control.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Alright, I might as well try to turn and get at least one salvo in on the Amagi before he wastes me. Or two. Shot behind him.
Concentrate fire on the
I don't
designated
know why I
target.
felt like he was going backwards. What is that? Oh, the DD's got behind me because it's so damn fast. We have 3 caps. We have a ship lead. The La Fantasque is super low hit points. We did good damage to these other 2 ships on this side, so hopefully our team will be able to carry that out. Though, again, tonight, it doesn't matter so much. It's really just damage total, 104,000 damage. Between that and the last game, I think we actually might have knocked out our target. We got a ship kill. We got a ship kill in the last game. So we're doing pretty good. We've got, I think, 6 more ships to kill. Oh, reload booster can only be used when you have both guns on Jean Bart. That's a good tip. I mean, when one of your turrets is broken, it doesn't work. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Okay. Alright. Kind of interested in what's going to happen here. See check our health of our teammates here. Cleveland is in good health. Nagato is in good health. You the reload booster at the beginning. That would be when you're... So each of your modules on your ship has a certain number of hit points. That's how it determines whether things break or not. So actually, things like your turrets and other parts of your ship, like your engine, your steering gears, when their HP is depleted, they're more likely to break. So what Dark is saying, use your reload booster at the start of the match when it's less likely that you're going to take enough damage to actually break that compartment that is your turret or break that compartment that is your engine. If you have a consumable that basically depends on that module being in a working state. So I just have not played enough of Jean Bart to know all the fine details, so thank you for that. Okay, and then we have a DD as well, so frankly this match should be an easy cleanup, and we're down to one ship left, especially since we've got all 3 of the 4 caps going in our favor. All right, we can jump out of that one. I'm happy with our first 2 games. Actually, we're so close. Let's just let it finish out. It's going to trip here to 1,000 points real quick. There's a really cool video that Wargaming put out on how damage works. And it's more angled to the PC game, but the modeling is the same in Legends. And basically it shows you how the hull itself, the overall hull, has a certain amount of hit points. And then different segments of the ship have a certain amount of hit points. Then the modules, basically the compartments of the ships, the modules also have hit points. So the different areas of the ship actually add up to more than 100% of the hit points needed to kill that ship. And that is because certain parts of the ship can basically be saturated where they don't take any additional damage. So if you see a really, really black part of an enemy ship, you're close enough to be that close in and it's super black and beat up, don't shoot that section of the ship anymore because it's likely to return less damage than a part of the ship that looks pristine. That's an area that won't have its damage depleted. And there's actually a mod on the PC version that you can run that shows you, it colors sections of the ship pink or purple basically to show you where the hit points are still remaining. So was considered a cheat mod on World of Tanks, but it's actually in the World of Warships mod station, so you can use it. I don't run it, but it is there. Sweet, so that battle got us 100 renown. A dev strike, a glorious devastating strike. Between that and our torpedo beats in our first game, I'm super happy. That was awesome. And we are really, really close now. We're only 3 steps away from finishing up. So we just have to destroy 5 ships. So I'm going to keep track because I'm a nerd. Hey, that patience is the thing, man. So I've been playing more Battleship on PC, but I've just really have watched you play, been lurking more, watched some of your videos, and like that, I was telling you, I watched that Yamato video all the way through, and I think that's the thing for me is just learning, knowing when to hold and when to reverse and hold position and stay bow in, because again, it seems like with that 2-minute, 3-minute lead-in time on the PC, with the spawns are way further apart on PC, you actually have time to go in, make a turn, maneuver, relocate, get back, bow in another position. You don't really have that luxury in Legends because once you're spotted, and that spotting is going to happen oftentimes within the first minute or even first 30 seconds of the game. If you turn broadside at that point, usually there's 2 or 3 enemy battleships targeting you, or enemy ships in total targeting you. So that round was just a little tricky because I knew we were spotted really early and I didn't see a ship, so I knew that one of the DDs was on our side. So played that patient and got going backwards and used the speed boost to be going backwards fast enough that we could maneuver and avoid those torpedoes because you need speed to execute turns. And then as Dark is saying in the chat, angling is really key with reducing damage that you take from enemy salvos, especially armor piercing. HE, you take less damage in general from the shell itself, but there's the fire chance, obviously, that comes along with that. So things are going so well, let's just ruin it by playing a battleship or playing a destroyer. How about that? I had a very good game in Jervis last night. Again, I'll probably ruin that by saying that. But finished first or second. Had good damage total, good number of ship kills. I really like this British line. You say Jervis is lovely. I love it. I like the US line too, but I don't know. To me, only having 2 or 3 smoke charges that you can use the whole game, it's great when you set up properly and you get some torpedo hits, you pop your smoke, and then you can just basically finish off a ship that already had to do damage control party to stop a flood. Then you're setting it on fire and basically stacking that fire damage on top of the torpedo damage that you just delivered. And then they won't be able to put it out because they won't be able to put out the fire because they use their damage control for your torpedo floods. That sets up awesome for boats like Fletcher, but I like having 6 smoke charges and being able to have that charge basically regenerate almost as quickly as your smoke screen dissipates, and then use it to break contact, relocate, and set back up your next attack. Yeah, the smoke screens for the British are last resort escape smokes. If you come across a very wounded ship, often you only have about 30 seconds to fire your main guns where you're protected. If a ship is severely wounded, you can pop a smoke to basically try to set a ship on fire that's already almost dead. Then it's worth it to use it in an attack mode, but that's maybe 10% of the time. As Dark said, like 90% of the time, it's more of a defensive smoke screen. Okay. So we are the left flank. Our other destroyer is going to the right flank, to the south. So I'm not going to go past base. If you drew an imaginary line from the lower left-hand corner to the upper right on an angle, the midline of the map, I'm not going to go past that. I'm going to approach it, but I'm going to pretend that that's where the domination caps would be. I'll actually probably stay a little bit this side of that midline because my job right now is to spot up these enemy ships. First and foremost, we only have 2 destroyers per side, so I don't want to get in a position where I'm spotted early and nuked. Miyoko is broadside to our team. That's a plush target for our battleships. They can just land anything on that guy's broadside. Yeah, hey, no problem, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Things are going better for the stream. I've got up to 35 follows, and I've actually got enough concurrent view or concurrent viewer average that I need, but I need to get some more follows. But it's getting there. Had a raid last week that was awesome. 8 people came over, had 3 the other night, so it's been fun. I've been enjoying trying to fix up my YouTube page and organize all my videos and get things looking more consistent. Kind of curate that, be a little more active on my Twitter account. So I got one video that got like 500 views on Twitch. I don't know why, out of nowhere. So that has been fun and exciting. So I'm having a good time, which is what it's all about. Okay. So we spotted early. Now I'm gonna try and see if I can get in. Oh, the Bismarck's turning away. So he's showing his broadside right now to the battleships behind me. So we would anticipate firing on a trajectory going away from us, not turning into us, based on the fact that he has pressure that he's coming into. Yeah, oh, that's another aspect. So don't forget single-fire torpedoes. That's one of the things I love, and it's on the British cruisers as well. You can basically land all of your torpedoes in a 9 torpedo salvo, technically using single fire, if your enemy doesn't change course and direction, or course and speed often enough. Or if you're really good at knowing how to adjust your aim
Support the Allied target.
as your target moves. So a lot of destroyers, it's hard to get a devastating strike on a full health battleship, but the British DDs can do that with their single fire torpedo paths. It's just glorious when it works. Okay, I was gonna say, we're maybe take a chance on going in on Mr. Odin, but he launched his plane. So we're gonna have to be wary. We're about on the edge of detection distance from that plane.
Enemy battleship detected.
Okay. Yeah, we got spotted. Unfortunately, we'll pop smoke. We're gonna hit the island, but we're not gonna care because we're gonna be able to back up fast enough. You don't have a speed boost on these guys, but you do have the benefit of having sonar 1. So if you think of your speed boost as a defensive mechanism to go faster and be tougher to hit, your torpedo booster is a similar thing. Or not your torpedo booster, your sonar is a similar thing. It's a good defensive tool. And we just didn't keep our distance quite enough, but we had that island, so it was difficult. Ugh, Fiji. He has armor-piercing rounds. That's not going to hurt us quite as badly, though we took shots from more than one ship. Get behind the island, Fiji.
Problem solved, sir. Main turret critically damaged.
God bless America. They must all be central here.
Damage.
Told you I'd potato in a destroyer game.
Smoke screen set.
Probably should have used the smoke a little sooner, honestly. So we'll have to make a decision here on... Let's use our sonar just to see if that Fiji's coming closer. We'll go ahead and use damage control because we got torps coming. Come on.
Problem solved, sir.
They're slow torpedoes, thankfully. Okay. Stay out of visual contact. Damn, Bismarck. You're supposed to charge. You're the mighty Bismarck. Let's just put out some torpedoes for the Fletcher, potentially, though. Yeah, he's going He's gonna smoke up, so let's torpedo where the smoke would be. Oh, we're waiting on reload for the rest of them. Can't really fire my guns. We're too low health. Yeah, Bismarck keeps just not doing what Bismarcks typically are meant to do, which is get within secondary battery range. Okay, so when our torpedoes reload, that is just that is a juicy target. Ah, I really want to shoot at that Fletcher badly, but it's just not the right thing to do. There's too many ships still alive. Normal circumstances, we could have gunned down that Fletcher really without a problem. Let's see what this guy's up to now. He's only coming forward very slowly. The Fletcher was 7 kilometers away, so I think we can execute a turn and not be spotted. Let's hope. Anticipating the Odin might continue to turn out a little bit. But if we continue on this course, we're cross-torpedoing. And God bless America. Oh, sweet. They popped the Fletcher just in time, but I did get spotted. So that's going to alert the Odin to my location as well as my smoke. But I had to use it.
Smoke screen set.
When you've got 2,300 hit points, you have to live another day. That's more important. I'm not really so much worried about my damage total right now as I am being a potential threat to these battleships and altering their behavior by keeping them spotted. Okay, good job there. Here comes the mighty Bismarck again. That guy's gonna be able to brush past that sandbar. Oh, nice. Got your Azuma and got a 90k game first out. That's sweet. Okay, he's coming this way. Single fire, engage. As long as we don't get within 5.5 kilometers, he won't see us. We got a good turn there. Don't turn my way now. Don't get brave all of a sudden. I led you on a path based... Oh, now he's going to turn completely out. Why is he not staying bow in? All right. It's where we need in the post-game battle report to see what your spotting damage is, because I'd have some decent spotting damage right now. Well, he's challenged, isn't he? He is challenged. He's a challenged Bismarck. Which is not in a Bismarck's advantage to go broadside. Even though you have what's called turtleback armor in a German battleship, you can still give up massive amounts of damage on your superstructure just above your armor belt. So... I would take a chance going in closer on these guys, but right now it's just working for me to keep them spotted. In our contribution here, there's no caps to cap, there's no domination. Our team is sitting way back by our cap. So without me being in front of the islands here, all those guys north of me wouldn't be able to see very well. I can tell you that. I'm gonna get some torpedoes within the vicinity of it. Battleship right here. But he's gonna dodge because he's an Odin. Odin is more maneuverable than some of the other high-tier German battleships. Most of them, except for maybe Scharnhorst. Gneisenau. If he gets low enough, well, we don't want to let him know. He's turning out of our torpedo path, so let's slow down.
Smoke generator.
We are going to try to finish him off. I have armor piercing loaded. Oh.
Smoke screen set.
All right, we're still sitting on 0 damage. What? I just need ship kills though. Actually, this is for the team.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Sorry, dude, my bot is very sensitive.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Can't resist. Oh, how did we not get that kill? In for the kill secure. Okay, we've got a good ship lead. We're down to 2 minutes. So we want to stay alive. I got 545 damage. And we have a broadside Iowa. It's now or never. Don't turn, dude. You gotta stay bow in the path that you were on. How am I on this side? Not likely to be spotted from that direction too quickly. I don't know where the 3rd battleship is. Smoke up.
Smoke generator started.
Boy, really slow.
Smoke screen set.
Tight spread. Come on. I'm not going to fire because I don't want him to be super conscious of the fact that there's a destroyer sitting here, though the smoke screen should tell him everything he needs to know. Will patience be rewarded? Yeah! This is patient gameplay, people. If you get creamed in the beginning, you just become a spotter. And you wait for your late game opportunities for a battleship that does not change direction and speed. Why do you need my support? There's 30 seconds left. I think that was probably accidental. Maybe he's trying to tell me that was a good kill. I don't know. So it's another highlight. It's a highlight for me. Anytime I get destroyer kills, I'm happy. There was the other Bismarck. That Bismarck was brave as well. He was behind the islands the whole game. So there's a reason that Bismarck, Gneisenau, well, Gneisenau is a little bit of an exception, but especially at its tier, but Bismarck, Scharnhorst, Tirpitz, they don't have great main battery guns. They're smaller than their peers in their tiers. Make a rhyme. But the reason for that is if they had amazing main battery guns and they had the secondary weaponry that they do, they'd be overpowered. So when you get a Scharnhorst and a Bismarck and or a Tirpitz inside a secondary battery range, that's when you're hitting with your main batteries and you're also starting fires with your secondaries and you're piling up much bigger damage totals. So sitting 15 or 20 kilometers away in a Bismarck behind islands is not the style that she wants to be played. And again, she's going to be more sturdy bow in than she is showing her side armor. So just a tip to accumulate a little more damage in that boat and prevent some damage as well. Okay. Well, hey, John, man, thank you for coming by. I totally appreciate it. Check in with you either later in the weekend or next week. Hang in there on your 13-day glide path to some freedom. Congrats on being done soon and having a good and restful holiday, hopefully. I'm cranking out a bunch of videos. All right. We've played a ship of each type. And actually, what, are we doing really well tonight? It was tough last night. The first 4 games were really heinous from a team perspective. 3 wins, 1 in each class. one in each type of ship. People argue with you on forum boards and stuff about whether you should call battleships, cruisers, and destroyers a class. Typically, a class is the same kind of ship with its sister ships. So, like Helena and Boise were sister ships in the same class. So, its technicality a little more accurate is to say the type of ship than the class of ship. All right. One of each win. So let's go ahead and jump back in. Maybe we'll go back into a cruiser. It's kind of home base for us. Our most comfortable ship type. Fun games. We just need kills. We're down to 4 kills? 4 or 5. Okay, we're gonna do it. Karma's been on our side, so let's wreck Karma. Whoops, we want to be, sorry, I'm going the wrong direction, people. We want to be tier 5. I reorganized my carousel by tier instead of nation, so I'm still adjusting to that. All right, if we need kills, we're gonna play most likely 3 games here in a row in tech tree ships, so not premium ships. And we'll play La Galicianaire, we'll play Normandy, and then we will play Bayern. So I'm working on all 3 ships, trying to graduate them up to the next ship in the line. La Galicianaire is fully kitted out now, but we are still, 45,000 XP from Algerie. This is not my favorite French cruiser. The French cruiser line is outstanding. It's fragile. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the easiest line for new players to play, but the first premium cruiser I ever bought was De Grasse 3.5 years ago on PC. So she's probably my favorite ship in the game. Taught me a lot about cruiser play, about kiting, staying on the move, being evasive. I've since learned to play the US cruisers better. They're more of a static, hide behind terrain type of cruiser, except for maybe New Orleans. I play her open water quite a bit. So it's different by nation, but the French line generally is quite strong, but this is the weak link in the line. And every nation has a weak link ship in their line, and I generally think it's because Wargaming wants you to spend doubloons to convert free XP to scoot past a ship that's tougher to play in the line. I would recommend not doing that. Stick it out. Even the ships that are not as good in a specific line teach you something about playing that specific line. Skills that you'll use higher in the line. Right now we're at tier 5. There are definite kiting skills I will learn in this ship that I will use in the Charles Martel at tier 7. Even though it doesn't always seem like that right off the bat. This ship would be a similar class of ship to the De Grasse, but if you play this ship and you think she's a little sluggish, her guns are a little bit tricky, not always consistent, her torpedoes are only 2 on each side, she's not as fast and nimble as she could be, she doesn't have a spotter plane or a catapult fighter, that's because this ship is inferior to De Grasse in just about every way, in my personal opinion. So don't judge De Grasse on how La Galicianaire plays.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, we have DDs in the center. It's a common occurrence. The DDs like to play in the middle of this map. I just didn't want to go straight into the middle and be the first ship spotted, and that would have happened. Those two DDs would have spotted me up very easily. Again, in this boat, I can't twist and turn like I can in some others. I can't get a shot on the Moss, unfortunately. Let's see if the Vaquelin stays spotted. I'm going to head here where I can shoot into this gap. Akatsuki, don't die. Just stop firing. Don't die. capping at all costs in a destroyer at the start of a game is not a great strategy. It's not rewarding. Come on. Get a sneaky kill. Oh, man. We blew it. Just had a chance. Had the wrong ammo type loaded. We had armor piercing loaded from our last game. Generally in a cruiser, I will load HE at the start of a match just because you can hit ships further away. Hey, Captain! What's up, man? I am down to like 5 ship kills. Last night was just not a fun night around our house with regard to one of our pets, and I'm like, I'm gonna get on and just play some games by myself, and it's the first 4 games were just hellaciously bad team games. So I soldiered on, wound up having a few good games later, but it was a tough team night. Really tough. But tonight is going well so far. Knock on a wooden object. I had a really fun dodge of kamikaze torps in Konigsberg in the first game. Did like 90,000 damage in Konigsberg. And then had a good match in Bart. Dev struck of Vladivostok from like 12 or 13 kilometers. That was probably at least a half health Vlad, and then had a good game in Jervis where I got nuked at the beginning but wound up staying alive, spotting, and then killing in Iowa at the end of the match, which was fun. We're taking a little bit of risk here because the enemy ships all seem to be retreating. How's your campaign going, sir? Are you done? Did you grab Azuma yet? Or is Azuma a ship that you're interested in or not interested in? She's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I don't think. Okay, we're spotted by the destroyer here mid, so we're going to go ahead and turn on our sonar 1. What kind of boat is that? Yeah, Pensacola has good armor piercing. I do not want to remain broadside to the Pensacola. Bad idea. Ugh. Just kind of hoping that I could detect that destroyer in here, but it looks like we already killed him. We killed him already. Long-range torpedoes on this boat, so I'm just going to shoot them at the area. I think the Gneisenau might come out. They're 9-kilometer torpedoes-ish. So let's shoot him in that general direction in case he comes around the corner.
I need your support.
Get a sneaky kill on this Pensacola, but he's a little far away. Come on, burn him down. ×2 fires. One more fire would probably do it. Can't go too much further forward because those 2 ships on that left side of me, on that edge. Oh, our torpedoes just missed the Gneisenau. He's kind of focused on a ship in front of him. Really want to kill. Pensacola, I think, is backing up now. I'm playing a little bit greedy right now for kills. I wouldn't normally be playing this aggressive in this ship. Come on, give me a fire! Turn and deny. Yes! Yes. Weekend. It's always a crapshoot how weekend games go. At the beginning especially. Test it out here, but enjoy the IJN flanking flamethrowers. Yeah, I mean I would say that's true of not just the Azuma, but the Akazuki I mean, she's technically a destroyer, but she's basically a mini HE cruiser.
Engine boost deactivated.
So she really is like another flanking fire thrower, flamethrower, bomb thrower. Okay, we're gonna go in on eyes now. We still have pretty good health. I think our torpedoes on the left side should be loaded, but we may not need them. We can get a fire. There we go. It's Mandalorian's sound effects tonight. Technically, there was only a dark saber. Okay, he's dead. Whew! I do not normally play this boat so close into caps. But I did because I wanted that Pensacola kill. You mean the La Galicianaire? It's not my favorite. I mean, versus the, saying earlier, versus the DeGrasse, I think it's inferior to the DeGrasse in just about every way. Personally, just my experience, because she's better on Legends than she is on PC. I'll say that, and I've ground her twice on PC. And it's just such a letdown because DeGrasse is, to me, one of the best ships that there is. She's just not quite as good. Just in slight ways that get me in trouble. Because I think, oh, I can do this and that. And then I realize I can't. Ismail has a lot of targets to focus on. In a game that we're really close, I'd just park at the corner right there and not come around the corner. But I've got a cruiser meat shielding in front of me, another one of my number, and a battleship out in front of us who's taking a lot of the Ismail's attention. So, oh, the IGNDD. Okay, good. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, well, she's pretty damn strong, and I think got nerfed on PC, the Kitakaze. But we'll see. And when I first started playing PC 4 years ago, the Kabaros was the big deal. The hard to kill. I mean, it has a heal, and then it's fast, it's maneuverable, and its HE is effective. So you just get harassed as a battleship by Kabaros the entire game. So it made life not so fun. So we're basically gonna have that ship hitting, you know, games, as well as Kitakaze, as well as Azuma. I just think a lot of people are going to play Azuma for a while and then not really play her a whole lot once they find out she's not super easy, since that 27mm armor is enough to float but not enough to bounce mini shells. So we'll see. See if she becomes a port queen for folks. So what are you working on besides that? Are you done with the campaign and just doing tech tree grinding? I'm pretty close to unlocking 5th and got a win. This is crazy. 4 wins in a row. Can't handle it. Pretty close to unlocking Yamato and making progress on GK. Whoops, I should have looked at. I'm just going to check the campaign tab really quick. Yeah, the Legends maps are a little different with... supposedly they're not smaller, but I think the way they're scaled, some of them definitely feel smaller. Like Trap is definitely smaller. Okay, we need 3 kills. Are you on right now? Do you want to jump into a division? Don't necessarily need to try to set up voice chat or anything. I think you said your Xbox, right? Thought we did a friend request. One step to go. did request, we did that friend request. I don't think you're on, so I'm gonna go ahead and load in one more game here. Need 3 kills. Tier 4 or above ship. Oh, we said we'd go La Galicianaire, we'd stay French with Normandy, and then we'll go to Bayern. Okay, I'll play one, how about that? And then whenever you're ready. If you have Discord and want to try to jump in there, we can do that. I just have kind of a funky setup where I use the Xbox console companion to port my Xbox to my PC so I can do more control of the stream stuff. So you can set up an Xbox party. We've done it, but I'm like the world's worst Xbox party guy. Because when I ran all my platoon life in tanks with my clan, someone else was always running that. So kind of like the guy, well, you've got the fake ID, you buy the beer. And then with this, I've always been, oh, you set up the platoon or the div and I'll just jump in. So take your time. Hopefully this game won't be too long. So I think we're still, I'm trying to remember, we're either completely stock or we upgraded just one of the modules on this ship. Or one of the upgrades. I think we're still completely stock. Okay, and we're going to be low tier because it's Tears of the Desert. Which means I don't want to be in a position where I'm stuck and stagnant sitting here at C. So I'm going to accelerate and turn away from C. And I'm going to stay on this flank. Optimally, we'll have our team kind of split between A and C. Whichever flank for the enemy team is soft, we can push that flank. Whichever team brings more ships, we can just hold it, not YOLO into it and die. Just hold it off so that if we hold them in that cap and the other flank is soft, then our team can push through that flank, meet that part of their enemy team from behind. We'll be firing at one direction, and then our folks that get through the other flanking cap can put the enemy team into a crossfire. That's the perfect world situation. Sharn is going pretty strong, so we're going to loop back in. I'm actually going to turn my guns in the opposite direction. So I look to the left, hit my gun lock button, and then I can look back to the right. My guns will still be rotating.
Concentrate fire on the
And I want them around to the left-hand side so I can bow in to C and show as minimal a side angle as possible. Now I can stop gun lock because I can hold my aim on the left-hand side now. And if you look, my turrets are already halfway, more than halfway rotated around in the back because I pre-turned them. It's just battleship stuff that makes life more comfortable, learning how to pre-rotate your turrets. This ship actually has pretty dang good rotation. You'll find other ships like the Queen Elizabeth class, British, turret rotation's painful. Ismail, very painful. And the British battleships used to be worse, but they actually buffed those on PC, and I think that carried over to Legends. Okay, we're gonna have to watch the Leon Central flanking us, though he'll probably face some pressure being in the middle. Great, we've already lost a cruiser. We're going to hold position here because if we rush this gap, the York has torpedoes. We will not likely survive that. Having 4 gun turrets, even if we're only engaging 2 turrets, we get 8 shots in on the Bayern. We just actually have to aim better. This York may be getting antsy and trying to do a torpedo run. So I'm going to hold my fire. I'm not going to fire at the Bayern again because I want to assist on this York. I don't want it yet. That's what he's trying to do. Not necessarily a winning cruiser strategy. So close.
bullseye.
So close. falls to torpedoes.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Little better RNG, and we would have got a kill there. Okay, there's only one destroyer on each side. We know he's in A based on what the minimap is telling us. We've killed the York, so we can push this flank now because we have a situation we've got numbers up. Come on, Trento. Gonna slow down to use his smoke.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
That has dev strike potential if we can land our shells. Trento yields. Ah, he sped up. Bastard. The Italian cruisers are good at starting and stopping rapidly. Maneuverability and speed is their hallmark. Pretty much across the entire Italian line. Any type of ship. Iron's gonna turn in broadside to where we're firing. He should be in range by the time our shells arrive. Not bad. We'll hold here. I don't want to push further forward and expose my broadside to the ships in the center. So I'm just gonna hold here and help on the Bayern, and then we'll push forward as a group. Iron is changing his course and his speed, which is smart. But when he slows down like that, he's going to open himself up to more broadside damage. He probably should bow in to us, not just slow down. Okay, who do we have here? We have full health Nelson coming around the corner. Timing is everything. We're just not going to get a shot in time. What? Where did those come from? Oh, those are the Trento's torpedoes. Jokingly call them sea mines because they go so slow, but they are 10 kilometer, I believe. 8 to 10. So they're going to arrive much later than you expect. Okay, we're gonna go bow into the Nelson. We talked earlier about firing armor-piercing rounds in battleships. And Nelson's a pretty strong ship, but she's not strong with regard to her transverse or side armor. So AP will wreck her broadside. We just want to get in a position to do that without getting rammed if they get low health. We have full health. I don't want to be in a position where he can just turn into me and ram me if we do damage him pretty well. Okay, we bounced because he got enough angling. Hey Archer, how are you? If you know how to check your stats, basically you're stuck with what is in your profile, that minimum list of stats. As far as I understand it, they have not released any kind of API that is the data that feeds out to the statistical sites. And probably because they want to keep salt at a minimum, I'm guessing. So I'm hoping they change their mind. I mean, I'm one who likes to see stats, which I might have mentioned the other night when you came on during that raid, because I like to know how I'm progressing. Basically what you can track here is your win rate. You know, your kills per game. Come on, we need broadside retaliation. This should go pretty well. Oh, we didn't get the kill, unfortunately. We got 2 citadels. So yeah, you're kind of stuck with what's on your profile page, which is really high-level stuff. So your damage per game, your win rate, I think your ship kills per game. It's kind of the minimal package of data. Our other side really folded. And again, I asked someone about that the other night, and I think they had said they had been able to talk with a dev a little bit back and forth, and they said they weren't planning on releasing it anytime soon. You had seen where there was a breakdown. Huh. I'll have to do another check. I mean, the main site, like for the PC version, is called if you put in World of Warships stats, and gets the site is officially called World of Warships stats and numbers. And that shows you stats from any of the servers in PC. You can search by tag and by server. I can use a repair party. And it's really cool because it gives you, similar to some of the World of Tanks sites, gives you full like stats within the day, within the week, within the overall, you know, life of the account. And it's very detailed. It's stats by ship, it's stats in total. And if you drill down into the ships on your account, it actually takes you into an overview of where each of the ships ranks versus the other ships in that ship type. So like you can look at all the tier 6 cruisers and see which ones are the best with regard to win rate or damage or anything like that. Okay, well if people are posting that on Facebook and stuff now, I'll have to check. Maybe they've reconsidered. Admittedly, I have not been on the Discord or the Facebook page for a little while. At this point, guys, our team is going to lose, so we're going to try to see if we can be sneaky enough to just get a kill, because that's what our mission's for. Going to have to work here to select the Boise. Selecting the Boise. Yes! We'll take it. We will take it. And you know what? We could try to ram. The Sharn is going to try to torpedo us. Let's aim straight at him. I don't think I'm going to have the momentum to try to ram him. I'm going to run my repair party. Oh, yeah, if you're trying to invite me to a div, I may not be showing. Hold on, let me finish this really quickly. Come on. Oh my gosh, he's too maneuverable. He's gonna tort me. Gotta need to use my... Ah! Forgot I need to use my secondary accuracy booster. Still not used to that. Well, hey, that was a pretty good game. We did 83,000 damage, low tier, got 2 Citadel hits, got a kill. I'm down to 2 kills to Azuma. Sounds like a movie. Like Force 10, Navarone, 2 kills to Azuma. Wound up topping the team, which tells you that our team really cratered and melted. Okay. Let me change. I'm going to jump. You guys are going to see the back end of my stream here really quick. I'm going to jump into the app here and change my status. And this is where I can start an Xbox party typically for chat, voice chat, but it just doesn't always work. So again, if you have Discord, or we could just do text chat. Okay, so let's restream. Hopefully we're back without dropping. So the QR codes, where have I seen the QR codes? Let's look real quick. Archer, let's see. Yeah, Archer, definitely add me for sure. If you want to jump in a game, I have a Discord server that I can post a link to. If you use Discord, I just honestly, I don't know the dynamics of setting up an Xbox party that works properly through the Xbox Companion app. I know I have to unmute this, and then I think I have to start the party in the app, not here in the actual streamed game. But I've not had a chance to test out Discord yet, so either. But if you guys want to join the Discord server, well, Captain's already over there. He has another ship challenge for me that I started researching. He doesn't give very many clues, just the gun size. I wanted to jump to the quick conclusion that the most recent picture posted was a Bismarck or a Tirpitz, but they have 15-inch guns according to what I was reading, not 14. And actually, that was triple turrets, not double, so it doesn't work out right. Got to keep researching. Okay. So yeah, let's jump and look at what I know of. Should be to go into our account information, or service record. Where, yeah, that QR code, you're right. I know there's a QR code somewhere that I've seen. Thought it was on here at some point. But anyways, I mean, this, as far as I know, this is the most detailed, unless they've released the API and someone is building a site like World of Warships stats and numbers. Let me pull that up on Chrome and show you what that looks like, because it's pretty dang cool. Out of this, go to... Awesome, thanks for adding me, sir. Okay, we're gonna jump to Chrome. Hopefully you guys can see this. Put on the other side. So it's World of Warships stats and stats. If you type that into your search, that you'll get the site to pop. And this is the one I use. I'm not sure what World of Warships stats.org is. I've always used this one, which is World of Warships stats and numbers. And then that pulls up this interface, and basically you just enter a tag. And I'd imagine if they release the API that it would be, this guy would pick up the feed, because you can basically search players again by different servers. And then, so it gives you really detailed statistics, everything that was just on your profile page, but more. It gives you things like aircraft destroyed per game, experience per game, kill to death ratio, warship spotted, damage upon spotting. Again, I don't think that's on the base page that we have in Xbox or in PlayStation. Tells you your average tier. And then this is showing just my overall. It's not showing any recent, but if I click over here on progress, it breaks it all down. So if you're super anal like me, you can say, well, how did I play last night? Well, it'll show you all the games you played in the last day in this column. And then this is over the last few days before that. And then it shows you basically your overall at the far right. So not only can you see breakdowns of your WTR, which is basically your statistical performance level by type of ship, win rate by type of ship, gives you cool graphs on all that stuff. And then down at the bottom, it gives you these breakouts by tier. And then you can actually, yeah, this is currently for PC. But again, if they release an API, I'm assuming this guy would pick it up, because some of the sites for tanks, they had it first, just the PC side. But as soon as Xbox tanks released, you could search your Xbox tank stats on this same kind of site by just selecting up here what server it's actually here. This is the NA server. So they just add basically an Xbox selection. And tells you your records for damage, XP, all kinds of stuff. And then what I really like is this. So it shows you your performance in ships, and it lists it initially by the number of battles. And then if you click in, you can see like where you stand in that particular ship. So this is the ship actually, how it performs versus other ships of that tier, which is neat. So I like DeGrasse in the top 10. And then if you click down further, you drill in, you actually get a listing of all the players further down. So you can actually see like, where am I in the top whatever? for that specific ship. This is really fun because I've broken the top 50 a couple times in a few ships. Helena, this ship, the DeGrasse, and Nuremberg. Like, I like cruisers, but like, let's see. That's the wrong search window. I have not played DeGrasse recently, but let's see where I rank. This is PC again, but where do I rank right now? I'm 166, so I'm in the top, 200 out of how many thousands and thousands of players on the NA server. And that's fallen because I haven't played this ship much lately at all. That's what's really cool about this site, and what I hope is if there's an API released, we would get this type of granularity that we could follow. So anyway, be kind of cool and fun. Jump back to throw this on the right side. Press the right buttons here and get back on our gameplay. So Captain, if you're logged in, let me see if I can. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping they're going to give us more granularity. But again, with more granularity on stats comes stat shaming, and that's, I think, what they just don't really want to happen. And stat shaming sucks. It's unfortunate, but it's a thing. You can hide your stats on World of Warships PC. So to me, that's the thing that can be done. You can hide your stats if you don't want people to see it. Let's see, did you send me an invite? Oh, really? Okay, I was just starting to look at USN. Just starting. And that makes sense because it's pretty fat, but the profile of it looked pretty close to German initially. Okay, I will do that. I'll rescour tomorrow. Did you send me an invite or? I think you're on my friends list, right? See if I can send a div invite. Whoops. Well, I don't worry about being the absolute best either, honestly. I worry about being as good as I can do and play as well as I can play. That's the thing that matters to me. Okay, if you send a div request... Oh, you sent a friend request, so let's... Oops, where'd that? Here. Maybe that hasn't come over yet. Whoops, that's not it either, is it? All right, well, I don't know why I'm not seeing it, but I'll get you added as a friend. Thank you, sir. Again, if either of you guys want to jump in, if you're on and you show as looking for division, I think I can see you too in the social settings, right? Even if we're not friends, you could see you here. You say that you're looking for division. Captain, were you ready? Oh, there you are. Awesome. And can add you that way. My real name is Del, like Del Taco without the taco. So that's why my gamer tag is DELP, which is for Del P, but everyone always called me Delp, so I just didn't want to stream with that name. Okay. There you are. Sweet. And add to division. Whoops. Okay. Whoops, did I invite you to the division, Archer? How about that? I will figure this out. I can be taught. Sweet. What do you guys want to play? Why don't one of you guys pick one? Captain, why don't you pick a ship this time? Because I'm down to just kills. I just need 2 kills. Actually, I think I need just 1 kill. So I'll play anything. Any tier. Any tier works. You need to get into the play tab, though. Just drop a tier in chat and... I won't be able to hear you in Xbox chat. But again, I'll throw another Discord link. If you did want to try jumping into Discord, we could try that. Okay. Arcana, just pick a ship then. Or pick a tier. Say the tier and we'll jump in on that tier. You go first, then Archer can go, and then I'll go. Alright, tier 6. 6 works for me. Am I grinding anything in tier 6? Think if there's anything in the... Okay, Akatsuki. Why don't you go ahead and pick Captain, and then I'll pick... I'll try to pick something a little different. I just don't like running the same ship in each of the division slots. How about this? I'll make it easier. I'll run Helena. So I can support Archer. So are you grinding Akatsuki, Archer? Is that one you're working on? I am very low tier in the Japanese line. Extremely low. I think I'm at tier 3, maybe? It's not even making it past my filter. Okay, let me see. And I'm gonna try... Check. Can you hear me? Showing you as muted. Hello? I'm getting some response on mine, like it's registering. My mic's registering at least. Okay, well we're readied up, so let's go ahead and jump in. Again, I still see your mic is muted, but we're in the same channel, so if you can get your mic unmuted, hopefully we can hear one another. And I'm just going to do one other thing. I'm going to turn my volume up in Discord so I can hear you. Okay. All right. Ready to load here. Okay. Whoops. Hello, can you hear me? Awesome, I can hear you. Excellent. I only heard you on deep echo the other night. Okay, so let's see. We're all readied up. What do I have to hit to launch the battle? Oh, hold for battle. Okay. Well, sweet. Xbox parties are just a little goofy when you're porting over to the PC for some reason. Yeah, I got it to work with Hype, who's the kid from Norway. We worked on it one Saturday morning. It took us like a half hour, and we finally got it working. But it's just kind of a pain. Well, there's a new Xbox app to port over to PC to stream with, and I just haven't adopted it yet because I know how this old one works, and it works pretty well, so I've been sticking with it. Okay, Archer. Where are you? Are you A cap or C cap? I mean, I feel like I probably should support the C cap. I have islands over there, and I can provide some covering fire.
Battle starts.
Okay, yeah, and Archer, you're at C, so I'm just gonna tuck behind the island behind you, and I can fire over it. Where are you, Captain? Are you behind me? Okay. Yeah, it's a valid option for that battleship. I was just talking earlier about so many players firing HE all the time in whatever battleship they're playing, and that's not really good form in my opinion. But in the British line, you can definitely get away with that because it's like a almost 50% fire chance in some of those ships with HE. Yeah. Yeah. And the alpha damage is pretty good on that HE as well. Blast radius is pretty large. Rex modules. That's what I would do until we see what's here. That's good, Archer. Don't feel like you have to stay and see. If you get detected and you need to bug out, bug out. Don't die to cap.
All stations reporting the
And if you
position
can,
of
you
strategic
might want to align yourself so you're being able to face out of the cap ultimately, so you can just run out instead of being sitting sideways or broadside. You're more likely to catch torps if you're broadside while you're capping. Yeah, I'm gonna just push a little bit. Okay, shoot. All right. Kabuki. Whoops. Kind of select that for Buki. Try to cover you. Yeah, just bail. Just smoke up and bail out of the back of your smoke. Yeah. You can just come back out to where we are if you want. I mean, you don't have to be a hero in that situation at all. Stay alive. And while we're distracting them, you can go back in and attack, but... Alright, I'm gonna put a fighter up. Yeah. It's true. Oh, there's so many destroyers in this game. B's already flipped. I'll tell you if I get spotted. I'm gonna sit a little bit behind you. If I get spotted, we should know that there's someone rushing middle. It's a DD's come this side of the smoke, I think. We have our Fubuki coming too. My range isn't that great. Sharn's just sitting outside of it. Okay, Fubuki. I'm on the Fubuki. Just missed him. Had the range just... Oh, nice. Nice torpedoes. Okay, I'll back you up. Yeah, it's... I'll try to kite him. I prefer not to be open water against him, but... Okay. I'm gonna have to push... Oh, shoot. I have to turn to avoid these torpedoes.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Well, we can push in and take the cap and make him play to us, but... Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hydro, just trying to get close enough. I think he's a little out of my range right now. I'm broadside to the Sharn too. Might as well fire at him at this point. Doesn't so much matters. More torpedoes.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Ugh. I'm gonna push into the cap just to try to screen for you. Yeah, he's not where he can spot at all. He's behind us. He's just worried about torpedoing the Sharn horse and not countering the DDs.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Just gonna try to run with you in between me and the Sharn horse so he has a hard time targeting me. Sweet. Between the two of us, we should be able to burn him down pretty good. Okay. I'll turn so I'm out of your way if you want to bear towards me and not give full broadside to the Sharn. I mean, the destroyer is going to be more hesitant to turn the corner. Okay, another fire on the Sharn. We're way ahead ship-wise.
All stations, reporting the position.
Another fire. Yeah, they don't want to come out with me here. Sweet. That's probably my Azuma right there. Woohoo! Okay, I'm just going to run the corner. I'm not going to cut it sharp because they'll probably try to ambush me, but I'm going to try to get visual on them. Okay, I think the Fubuki's going to die here in a second. He's shooting. Right. I'm a minute. There's a battleship on my left. Yeah, he's hopefully focus. I'm a minute 17 in my plane and a minute 52 hydro, so. Okay, I'll know. Okay. I'm gonna come around the corner and flank them. Nice. That ship is just painful when you're in a thin-skinned ship. Nelson too is just lulls HE. I was on North one time in the C cap on PC in a Nelson and my Nelson and. In that cap where you've got islands ringing you. I'm not sure. Do we have that map on Legends? We have North? I think we do. You get stuck into the sea cap, you're kind of in those... There's those little narrow rivulets that come into the sea cap from the far side. And this Fiji came right in front of me at like 6 kilometers and I was broadside to him, and I wasted him. Like you said, it was full pens for Citadel damage plus the HE, and Dev struck him in one salvo before he could even launch his torpedoes. Yeah, it's way better than people think. I mean, that's obviously the easy thing to do is just fire HE all the time because you don't have to aim as precisely, but when you get broadside targets and close in or cruisers, you can do great AP damage. Seeing that smoke? Or behind it? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I have hydro back up, sonar back up, so I'm perma spotted right now.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Okay. He's targeting me right now. You know that little trick, right? When you have the indicator, when the number pops up, you know that they're actually targeting you with the torpedoes. And as soon as it... Okay. Which makes sense because I'm still spotted. I'm still spotted, so he's probably the left side of that island. I'm just waiting for my plane to reload. I'll send the plane up first. Okay, he's armed again. His indicator's back up on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just... I'm gonna hydro.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Okay, he's to my left.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Yeah.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Sonar 1, a wonderful thing. Yeah, we have all the caps, so it's just he can draw this out for a full 3 minutes. Yeah, he's in that spot. Just whether he's headed east or west at this point. Okay.
Torpedoes to port.
Oh, shit. Dang.
Torpedoes to port.
Superman I am, thank you for the raid, my friend. Hold on, I'm gonna evade these torpedoes or not. Ugh. Hey, thanks for the raid, man. I really, really appreciate it. Hey, Froggy, how are you? We're hunting this last ship. A rogue Fubuki. We own all 3 caps. We have a huge ship advantage, so this is a foregone conclusion. Hey man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. How was your stream? Getting a little late in Indy. Time for bed. Ballistic MT, thank you for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. Hey, I just was able to get a final kill in this game and just finished, technically should have finished Azuma off. We're just doing some division play. Coordinating between our Helena and our King George V to take the C cap in this game against 2 DDs. Actually, I think 3 of their DDs were in our cap at the start of the game. So did a good job with our destroyer spotting and taking out 2 destroyers on that side pretty quickly. Yeah, that was not bad. All right, we're top 5. Well, if you've just joined again, we're just finishing up the back half, the shakedown trial half of Weekly Havoc in this week 4 of Yasen Butai Leader. Oh, I have one more. I thought I was done. One to go. Hey, that's okay, Archer. So I think what Captain was trying to tell you is, again, when you find yourself 1v3, like you did in that situation, because our Fubuki hadn't come over to help you, oh, don't even worry about it, is just bail out and get a little further away from that cap, because you know the torpedoes are coming, and they had several Japanese destroyers in that cap, so you know you've got 10-kilometer torpedoes to deal with. So that's why we kind of hung out on the edge behind that island where we were sheltered from torpedoes until we could move in after that initial smoke had cleared. And then again, they didn't want to be in there with me with sonar capability and a spotting plane. So, and both of us being HE spamming ships. That's why they cleared out once we could move in. So again, don't feel like you have to stay in the cap at the start of a match. It's more important for the destroyers to stay alive for spotting purposes than it is to try to get a quick cap when you're 1v2 or 3. All right. Archer, it is your pick, sir. Or did you pick tier 6? Did Archer pick? Okay. Yeah, why don't you pick Archer, and then I've got a 5 for the next game. How about 5 then? I'm going to run my Bayern. I'm still grinding that line. I'd take this Battleship. Okay. I'm locked in on Bayern. Again, Superman and Froggy, thank you for coming over. If you're still in, I gotta do this. Gotta use my... Why am I not getting... Awesome. Oh, my bot is not working. Either that or I'm not spelling properly. Sorry, trying to give out shout outs to Archer, or not to Archer, to Froggy and to Superman. Really good streams, fun streams, informative streams in the Legends community. So I'm going to go ahead and get us loaded in, guys. Froggy, you've been pulling really good numbers on your streams, and so have you, Superman. It's neat to see that the viewer counts are really up for Legends. I think more consistent. More people tuning in, which I think is just a good sign for the game to get more people sticking, hopefully longer term. The learning curve at the first start of this game is pretty steep. It's a lot of individual technical knowledge to learn. It's a lot of ship dynamics, and there's team dynamics that can take you, honestly, for me, the full 4 years that I've been playing, I feel like I'm still learning every time I play the game. So appreciate what you guys are doing with your streams. Okay, maybe I need to go into the
That was a great
that was working.
Action stations.
Figure out why my bot is not functioning.
Good luck, everyone.
Trying to throw you shout out links, guys.
Many thanks.
Technical difficulties. Again, I appreciate you guys for the raids. It's been fantastic and fun. Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, I would actually head west, or sorry, east, but I'm already kind of too far over to the west to commit to tracking all the way back across. Okay.
Reporting the target position.
So when you're in a battleship, if you load in on one flank with regard to your spawn, don't try to track all the way across the map to the other one. You're just out of the battle for way too long.
I need intelligence data.
It's a common thing you see people doing. Trying to relocate from one flank to another at the start of a match in a New York, and they won't even get to the battle until it's over. So that's why I was really aligned kind of the west edge of the spawn, so it just makes more sense for me to track to the western flank in this case.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Yeah. Okay. I see Ismail.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Be careful, we've got a Farragut that might come through the gap.
That was a great battle.
What happened, dude? Oh, sorry, man. Don't sweat it, Archer. Do not sweat it. Okay, the Eagle is low health, so...
Attention, reporting the target position.
He's gonna hit the island. Play between the two of us, we can get shots in on him. And my dispersion from this distance is poor in a German battleship. Okay. Still backing up.
I owe you one.
Alright, I'm gonna push through to the west. That Farragut is. Dang.
That was a great
Okay.
battle. Attention, reporting the target position.
I might have one more. I'm gonna go behind the island. Yeah, you can change it up. You don't need to DD if you don't want to, Archer. Okay.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
I've got shots on him. He's gonna turn, most likely, and stay in my range and field of view.
All stations concentrate fire on the target.
He's almost dead. I need to be reloaded. I need this kill. I could try to kill secure the Omaha instead, but no, you can shoot for sure. Okay, I have shots on the Ismail if you want to go for the Omaha.
That was a great battle.
Oh my gosh, I got one and I bounced him. Oh, I think he might have disconnected. Okay. So we've got to look at base. We have a cruiser coming from the eastern flank around the back. I'm gonna signal. Signal the battleship behind me to check our base. So I know. It's behind the island. It's fine. It'll happen. It'll happen in due time. I try not to play to the missions. I try to just play to support my team to the best of my ability, and then usually things just work out. Yeah. Okay, so we need somebody to go back. Okay. I thought the battleship behind me would turn around, but he may be, but he's going to be really slow. I'm going to engage the battleships at their cap. How's your health pool? Okay. You can just use AP on that Dallas if he shows you broadside, and you should wreck him. Spooky. I know, it's a good anti-destroyer cruiser.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Plus the reload is friendly for destroyer hunting. Love the DeGrasse. Superman's a big DeGrasse fan too. It was probably... I think the Scharnhorst and the DeGrasse were the first two premiums that I paid money for, and I have never gone back on those purchases. DeGrasse just can do a little bit of everything, so that's why I think it's really helps round you out on cruiser play, because it just torpedoes are very workable. Both types of ammunition are good. Maneuverability is great.
Intelligence data. All forces protect the base.
Nice. Bow in on this Normandy. Of course, he's gonna just HE me.
The ship is on fire.
Okay, single fire. We're just gonna use our repair party. We're not gonna use damage control.
Reporting the target position. Affirmative.
Normandy is pretty fast, but he's gonna sit broadside for me.
Fire on the enemy warship. Affirmative.
Okay. I have a California as well. So I'm going to bow into the California, whose main battery guns are much better than Normandy. I'm going to try to get close enough to get in secondary range on the Normandy. Two fires, use your damage control party and put the fires out. Ballistic, you like the DeGrasse, just got a little bit ago. Getting used to it, but it's a good ship. Yes, hang in with it. I mean, it's... If you're not someone who's played a ton of cruiser, I mean, any cruiser is fragile, but DeGrasse is a great ship. But if you have your feet wet, she'll teach you a lot, and she'll really reward good cruiser play. And she can play open water or behind terrain. So that's why I really like her. You're not stuck with just playing behind islands. Alright, I'm going to be 1v3 battleships here. Try to terminate the Normandy.
Requesting fire on the designated target.
Someone got that kill. Oh my god, I did all the work too. Ram kill.
Accelerate to attack speed.
California's giving me broadside. I don't know if I'll live long enough, actually.
Main turret critically damaged.
Still 2v1 here. I'm unfortunately having to let these fires burn. Okay, I'm gonna stop and hold position, because if I push any further in on the California, I'm gonna give the Fuso my full broadside. Ah, shoot. Dang it, I hit my secondaries. I'm toast. He's still way behind me, like, no? I don't know. Yeah, he's way behind me. If he had pushed up and basically split the damage between the two of us, I'd be in a lot better position right now. I'm dead on the next salvo of any worthy aim. guessing I don't need to lead the California as much because she's so fat and slow compared to what the Normandy was. I'm dead. Alright, well I kept them occupied for quite a while. Hey Superman again, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it, brother. Have a great night. Maybe see you on sometime this weekend. If you're on the rest of the weekend, try to catch your stream. Yeah, if I had that heal for sure. I just got double fired. A lot of ships, battleships, just have been going all HE lately. And that's fine. In this case, I was 1v3.5, so I kind of asked for that by pushing in closer. I was hoping to get into secondary range, but again, I was able to distract them long enough for the rest of the team to do its work, and sometimes it's not dealing damage, it's absorbing damage, especially when you're in a battleship. That's most important. So yes. I don't know why my shout out is not working. Thanks for coming, Superman. Take it easy. Have a great rest of your weekend if I don't talk to you. So how do we do? Nice game, Captain. Archer, you got something done, dude. You're not the bottom. You're not the bottom. Look at that. You did reasonably well for how long you live, so good job. I'm only one spot ahead of you because I missed every kill and just absorbed a ton of damage. I wonder what my potential damage was. Yeah. Right, and it's a big chunk of how the XP is calculated, and I've seen people on Legend streams going, oh, you don't get any credit for spotting, you don't get any credit for, you know, and like you do, but you just don't see it in your homepage stats, so you don't take it into account, but it's a big deal. Right. Yeah, and you do get a counter. You get like a potential damage counter and direct damage counter that you deal on PC, so maybe they'll give us those as well. All right. Hey, Archer, you pick a ship that you want to play, and we'll round it out. You pick something that you like. Yeah, I mean, that game I got just stuck in the situation of being 1v3 and trying to keep the angle as angled as possible between those three battleships. Aim at the middle ship, bow in at the middle ship, and stay at least 45-degree angle to the two others. Okay, you pick the ship that you want, and then we'll do the tier, because I can play any tier too, as well. Any tier also. Yeah, no tier 1. He wants you to pick Arcana. Bid 5. TL6. Alright, if you're going to run a destroyer, I'll take a cruiser again so I can provide fire support. And I'll bring Belfast this time, because then I can get in open water if I need to. So Ballistic MT, what ship lines are you running? Have you been playing for a while, or are you newer to the game? I'm kind of a cruiser guy mainly, though. Started out playing cruisers, then a ton of battleships. And ultimately have tried to loop back around and learn some destroyers, but I'm still learning. I have great games and I have complete potato disaster games. It's like Forrest Gump, you never know what you're going to get. So, Arcana, what's the torpedo range on Asashio in Legends? Oh, that's okay. $10K. Okay. It's not 20 like on PC. Can you hit destroyers? Oh, you can torp everybody. Okay. So Ballistic since early access in April 2019. Cool. I was lucky enough to get to play in the alpha, so that was fun. All right, so we're Belfast, Miyoko, Sashio. So we spawned together again, it looks like. So...
Good luck and fair seas.
yeah. I'm going to kind of line up to this island to your left. So I have cover from the island, and then I can smoke up if I need to. 3 DD, so odds are you're probably going to have 1 in your cap. Yeah, and that's fine too. Japanese boats. So that's cool, Ballistic, if you've been playing that long. I don't even know when the alpha started at this point. It seems like it's probably been about 2 years now. At least a year and a half. Okay. Normandy. Belfast has pretty good base detection, so... Faller Winter of last year didn't play much. I played up most lines to tier 5, tier 7. Cool, that's very smart if you played a lot of lines to tier 5. Instead of doing what a lot of people do, which is just rush in one line all the way to 7 and then not be ready for it. Okay, I'm going to smoke up because it's Normandy. We have multiple ships coming into my range. So you'll have to turn around. I'm going to have shots on the Normandy for a while. You got New Orleans to your left as well. You're gonna get a torp on the... You got a hit on the Normandy. Hopefully you got a flood. Do you know if you got a flood? Okay, I'm gonna try to set him on fire. So chat, this is a great technique when your destroyer div mate starts a flood that they have to repair. Then if you're in a cruiser or in smoke in your DD and you can get a fire, they won't be able to fix that fire because they've used their damage control on the flood. If I can actually hit him. It's too worried about my speed. Okay. I just cannot get consistent shots on this Normandy. Yeah, Alpha must have been, it was a chunk of time before the early access. Okay, there's the fire, finally. Problem is I'm down to 24 seconds in my smokes. I'm gonna... That would be awesome. Are you pretty close? Okay. He's on the edge of my detection, base detection. Okay, I'm not spotted. I am spotted now.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
I have to run. I have to kite at this point. Where are you at? Okay. Shit.
Main turret critically damaged.
Oh, the... Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just lost detection. Taking some pretty good damage. Archer, so it's true. Playing in a division is different. I play so much solo. I'll tell you right now, I'm not as good a player in a division as I am solo, even though that sounds backwards, right? Because you're trying to keep track of teammates and stuff, so no sweat. I'm still so many more games in solo play than in division that I need a lot of practice in divisions to be, I think, as good as where I can be. I'm gonna have to use my damage control. Hopefully gonna burn down the Normandy. Come on. Come on, I just need one kill. I'm sure my neighbor here is gonna get him. Okay, got it. Gonna try to smoke up this Indianapolis. He's gonna fire AP at me. He should fire AP at my broadside because he's got great AP, but he's not. Set me on fire instead, of course.
The ship is on fire. Smoke screen set.
As long as we don't burn down to dead, we should be pretty good. Indy's almost out. Okay, now I'm on New Orleans. Got focus fire on New Orleans. Good job, guys. Okay, Bayern. Okay. Fire on the Bayern. He put it out. So now we need a second fire on the Bayern because it'll stick and burn for the duration of the recharge of his damage control, or as long as the fire will burn, whichever is shortest. Come on. It's broadside. Give me one more fire. And I'm bailing my smoke because it's almost dead. Yeah, Archer, it's totally different when you're trying to keep track of your division mates and play your game, and it's a whole nother dimension is what I've found. I had a lot more experience playing platoons in World of Tanks because we actually played competitive. Not that there was, well, you had to organize your own tournaments in training rooms, but that's where I got a little bit of experience with teammate play. It's just it's a different beast. Okay, the Bayern is going to be dialed in on the two battleships near him, so I can be pretty free and easy with regard to just putting fire on his superstructure right here. Yes, we're done. I'm down to 2,700. Uh-oh, I'm spotted. Can you... Oh, straight on that corner. Okay, thanks. I said, could you ping?
Support the allied target.
He's gonna be sorry he got detected. Let's put it that way. Okay, good job. I'm not. That was the Fubuki smoke, right? I can check. Shuriatsu and the Fuso. I can run this edge. I'm just gonna have to bear out from it just in case he torpedoes the corner. Oh, I'm spotted. I'm gonna radar. Why not? Oh, there he is. No! And Hydro. This stage of the game, really no reason to hold my radar any longer. I'm just bearing in on him and going all in, hopefully, before any torpedoes get to me. Got him. Okay, not spotted. I might eat torpedoes though. I don't even know if he got torpedoes off. Kind of surprised him. Okay. Well, he was... I have one left. He was 2-line last spotted. And he's a Fuso, so he can be spotted from space. So... Oh, there he is.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. That was a great battle.
I'm gonna see if anyone else is spotting him. I'm gonna go behind the island and see if I lose detection.
I owe you one.
Yeah, okay. I'm the spotter, so I'm gonna have to bear away a little bit because he's pretty close to my detection range. You can spot... Oh, his plane's out too. It looks like it was up, but I'm not 100% sure. It might have been in the circle and just came into the part of the circle where we could see it. It's landing, so... I'm gonna smoke up.
Smoke generator done.
Ooh. Did I stop in time? He overpenned me. I'm down to 1,628. There's a fire. It's not changing as... Nice.
This is the way.
Good game. Sorry, Archer. But dude, don't feel bad at all. I mean, this is the world's least judgmental stream, #1, because we were all new players, and that's what drives me crazy about some streamers who... And it's not some streamers, it's players long before streaming was a thing. World of Tanks 6 years ago, the text chat was so salty, and people would follow you to your garage, and I had that happen actually on the Europe server in World of Warships a couple weeks ago. And, you know, we were all new players. We were all learning players at some point, new to classes, new to higher tiers. So I think some people who get better at the game totally forget that and think that they have a license to be a jerk just because they're good at the game. I'm not that way. It's not judgmental here. So, and again, playing in a div is a different thing. All right, I'm going to screenshot for posterity that I got my ship. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly HE in those cruisers, unless you're really close to a broadside cruiser, then you can go to AP. And they're turny. They have good turning radius. So you want to just basically be twisting and turning all the time. Not be showing broadside for more than a couple seconds as you're executing a turn. So, yes. Sodafiend, thank you for the follow. Really, really, really appreciate it. Very much. And if you came over in the raid, appreciate you sticking around. Arcana, you are ripping the destroyers tonight. Got another top finish. We're 1-2. Awesome. Okay. Do you want to run that tier again, you guys? That works for me. 6 has a lot of good ships, or a tier 5 would be fine again. I'm done with Azuma. We are done. And if you want to be tankier, just take a battleship. So if we go 6 again, Atlanta's really situational. So you gonna run a DD again, Arcana? If you want, then I can do a cruiser again and we can kind of Amineg it. And yeah, some lines don't translate exactly the same, that's for sure. Right, yeah. Yeah. New location. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because maps like Trap, you can kite in those types of basically micro cruisers. You can kite all over the place, but it's so compact and shrunk down on Legends. You are more boxed in. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. Northern waters. Well, you at least have, if we are on the side with the islands, you have a little bit of ability to disengage, but that's not a capping destroyer at all. Though people will shout at you, why aren't you capping? Again, it's good that there's no text chat in this game, because you get a lot less advice from people, which is a good thing. And I just noticed most people are not in voice chat. You used to get drunk people in tanks chat all the time on console tanks. Yeah, so Archer, if you want to cap, don't stay stuck in if you don't want to. Yeah. I'm following you, Archer, and I'll set up at the right-hand side of the island, kind of right about where you are right now. I'll sit behind you. My only issue is there's a lot of destroyers, so if they push the middle, I'm going to get detected from B and or A. So I won't be able to necessarily hang in this spot a real long time. We do have the Iowa coming in hot, our Iowa, so maybe a little too hot. Okay, I'm gonna, instead of parking, I'm just gonna open water kite C. So if you're in the chat, open water kiting means instead of parking right here and using terrain, which you can do very effectively in most American cruisers, I'm gonna stay open water and kind of twist and turn and try to avoid being shot while I can get in closer and support C without island cover and just using maneuverability essentially. Which, it's a hipper hanging out in the back. Okay, yep, the Benson. Benson's in too deep. Got two guys targeting me. I hit him in the cap. One shell. Pre-rotate my turrets. I'm going to look to the opposite side, hold down my gun lock key, which is also your zoom out key button. It's my left bumper, my configuration. Okay. Hipper, yeah, he's on the fringe of detection.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Hipper is not playing aggressive. Shots on the Benson. I'm gonna kind of head back to where I started in my initial setup. Backlund is fast. I may or may not be able to hit him from 14K. Nope. Nice. So I'm rarely gonna sail in a straight line right now. Okay, I got a Leon on my left flank. He's headed this way. I'm gonna come deeper into C because if I stay B-ish, that Leon is gonna have broadside on me. It's the Iowa. Iowa played it a little too strong.
Stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
I'm gonna have the Leon clearing the island. The Death Star's coming around to lead the Vaquelin way out in front of him because of his speed. Bracketed him. Nice. Cleveland got him. Or Cleveland is almost dead.
Torpedoes to port.
Where is he? Oh, left side. Okay.
Torpedoes to port. All stations. Concentrate fire. All stations. Reporting the position of a strategic target.
Shit, the Leon's coming too. I can't turn into that destroyer because of the Leon. I'm gonna have to loop around. So again, I'm gonna look left and pre-rotate my turrets.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Pain. Another lazy Leon firing HE at a broadside cruiser. I have to angle away and get out.
All stations. Concentrate fire.
Yeah, he wants to come in and turn in and keep me spotted. I'm gonna try to set him on fire.
Fire.
Freaking Hipper is now setting me on fire. Hipper is like a border hugger. We're down 2 ships, so... Okay, I'm gonna throw my catapult fighter up, which will give me extended spotting.
Fighter airborne.
I'm gonna have to turn again, because now the Azuma is pushing central. If I can get AP shots on this Azuma, it would be glorious. I'm sorry, but I'm having to kind of kite out to sea. Not the sea cap, because I've got the Azuma on my right. He's giving me full broadside. He's turning my direction now. I'm gonna be in pain here. Come on. Thought I could get some citadels on this Azuma. I'm just keeping him reset. Oh my god, this Leon. HE spamming Leon.
Problem solved, sir.
Again, they go easy mode. It's... Use your AP. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting set on fire again, so I had to use my damage control already. They have a Cleveland too. Get a decent damage round, but I'm in a position I don't want to be. I just have multiple ships targeting me. 3. Off and on. So we had to lose eventually. I'm just gonna bow in on the Cleveland. Stupid Hipper has just been a pain in the butt. And I'm full broadside to him and he's shooting. Just all HE.
The ship is on fire. The enemy is about to win. Problem solved, sir.
I'm about done. I'm done. Set a final fire.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
At the end of the game, if you are surviving in a cruiser against multiple enemy ships and you're getting focus fired, it's not going to be good for you. You're not built to take that amount of sustained damage. You're better as a support ship who's annoying and harassing ships that are targeting you part of the time, but not all the time. Well, the other flank did not hold at all either, obviously. Archer, nice. Top of the board. All right. I probably have like one more. It's getting pretty late my time. I have to be functional in the morning, so mix it up. I could play a DD this time if you want to play something else. Okay. I have 3,400 XP to go to unlock the last upgrade on Jervis. And I have a ×2 first win bonus times plus 50%. All right, so how about tier 7 or 6 again, folks? Hope those of you who are watching have pocketed your Azuma. Again, I don't think she's going to be the easiest ship to play just because she's big and bulky and not the easiest thing to turn. Not a typical cruiser that you can twist and turn in too easily, so you've got to pick your spots positionally. But she does have insanely good HE rounds, 27% fire chance. Versus the Mogami, which is only 21.5% fire chance, so it's got to be one of the higher fire chances for a cruiser in the whole game. Grinding York, cool. I like the German cruiser line a lot. When I've started a second account on PC, or I just started a third so I could play on the European server with some people I know over there, the German cruiser line is the first line I went up because I love the Konigsberg to death. It's one of my favorite ships. I actually do well in Nuremberg, which frustrates a lot of people because it's a glass cannon, but open water, if you learn to twist and turn, you have those 360-degree rotating turrets in the back like Konigsberg and Nuremberg have. I really love that. York's a little more tricky to play until you get her fully upgraded, and then she can be a pretty good choice. Samuel, ahoy! Yeah, I thought your name, I just Googled your tag, and so it's like a 1800s nautical author, right?
Battle starts.
That sounded familiar. How's your weekend going, sir? You having fun in Legends or playing some other games? Hopefully with success. We're going to try not to tater out in this destroyer game. Arcana, you set a high bar, and then Archer's the #1 finisher in the last game. Do they always spawn the divisions together? Okay. Okay. I have 5.5 detection, which is pretty good. So, hello. Yeah. Tee that guy up, please.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Oh shoot. There's a destroyer. The Benson's over on the other side of the cap, too. I'm gonna have to smoke up and leave the spot. Rudder on this thing breaks chronically.
Screen set. Problem solved, sir.
Got a torpedo hit on the Nuremberg. And a flood, so if we can set him on fire, he's probably dead. He's hydroing me. He needs to die, he's hydroing me. Awesome, thank you. Thank you very much.
This is the way.
It's a long-range fire spamming ship. It should have been behind the island on the other side of the cap. Or out behind the Colorado. That's the definite... Oh, go ahead. Is he... Okay, Oh, you're in the cab. Shit. Okay. Oh, gotcha. You're this side. I didn't see you're blending into the wall there for a second. I'm gonna check this channel opposite side. I don't want to come out on the Colorado side and get detected.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
He's he wants to die too. Okay, I've checked that side. I think he smoked and got out, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe just back up and I'll come in front of you. Oh, he's opposite side.
Capture that area.
Going to guns. Oh my gosh, like he's got like 200 hit points.
We've sunk the enemy
I could not see him at all. I mean, I totally blind fired him. I mean, he was still visible, but he was that. Yeah, the island was fully between me and him, so I was just aiming where his tag was. You think he's gonna? I don't even think he's gonna. I think he's gonna straight line. What's he doing? Is he turning? No. Yeah, he's. I don't even bother wasting torpedoes. Ah, kill stealer.
destroyed an enemy battleship.
Is taking the lead.
Thanks, Samuel. Yeah, that was. I don't. That, like you said earlier, people taking kills. I don't care. I mean, if it all evens out, I just play the game. The only exception to that is when someone's saying like, "Can you not shoot that last ship so I can get my Kraken?" Then I definitely shoot that ship every time. There's no gift Krakens. There's no gift high Top Guns and tanks. Dude, we're off to a great start. Yeah. They're all basically turtled up behind C. That island behind C. It's how to not team position on this map. Yeah, Sam, I'm bad about that. Like if someone says, "Hey, can you just let me have this kill?" then I'll always try extra hard to kill. But can't ask for it, you gotta earn it. Alright, so we'll flex to B, Cap B on the way. So what our teammates at C did was a really good job of just basically holding them and bottling them up behind C. We were able to find A was a weak flank when the Nuremberg got taken out early, and then I was able to kill the destroyer. Then we worked together to take out the battleship. So now we can push through A and get them in a crossfire behind C, and it's game over. So what's smart of our two ships in C, well at least our one or two ships in C, they didn't overextend and push into C and die immediately. They basically held up that entire push against what looks to be more like a lemming train on that side.
All stations, proceed to capture that area.
Low health. Oh, I mean like maybe AFK. Where is he going? Dude, that battle is way over. Ismail, I'm gonna say I'm requesting his support.
I need your support.
Yeah, numbers of ships. Yeah, let me get in front of you so I can spot. I'm using Turwit as my commander, Samuel. And yep, if you zone in here, Archer, I can hopefully just keep them spotted for you guys. I'm just gonna torpedo from stealth. I'm not gonna use my guns, so hopefully I'll stay alive and give you spotting. I'm anticipating they're gonna be here. I think on this build I've gone for more like stealth and probably torpedo reload, if I remember properly.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
We know the other force is going to come through the gap since they're already capping C. So rather than chase the
Our victory is in sight.
okay, and I'm just gonna try to spot anyone coming central through this gap. Let the Scharnhorst go over there and isolate, I guess. I can send some torpedoes in this channel. What cruisers? They have a Dallas and a Miyoko, so I shouldn't have any problems out spotting them. So let me get around to the other side of this island. Ismail? He's making sure that A stays secure. We don't want that to be taken by the enemy. No, exactly. Okay.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I have decent... And there goes the Miyoko, too. Put torpedoes up the gap here. And then I'm just going to swing wide and see if I can detect where the Dallas comes out. It'll basically keep him from pushing out. I mean, points-wise, Arcana, you nailed it. Like, we're way in the driver's seat, so we don't need to push in and die and turn this advantage. We just keep them bottled up, so... I'm basically just going to see if I can spot them coming out. Okay. Ooh, the Dallas is close to detecting me. In fact. Oh crap, I've got a smoke. Is because he's got his spotter plane up.
Smoke generator starting. Smoke screen set.
Just out of his detection range. Nice. Nice shot. I'm going to guns. Nice.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah. Here's the next customer. Miyoko is stopping, basically sitting broadside. But I'll come back towards central. Though it looks like the two battleships are following him. The Miyoko is just basically trying to back in. He's detected now, so he's just backing in. Scharnhorst is not moving. I don't have good angles on them because if I go in, I'm going to be shooting bow onto them torpedo-wise. So, oh, this game's almost over. We're at 9:56. Oh crap. Plane, de plane.
Smoke generator starting.
I'm shocked I didn't get spotted.
Smoke screen set.
Scharnhorst wants to come around the corner. I'm not gonna have time to even get shots on him. Game over. No kidding. Nice. We're 3 of the top 4. It's about as good as you can get it, huh? Almost. All right. I think I'm gonna pack her in, you guys. Long day. Yeah, and awesome. We get Discord to work and all that. So, Archer, if you have Discord access for next time, or if you want to jump in on that, that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, we can always do text too. Good job. Your games got better and better as we went along. That was fun. Thanks, you guys. Have a great one. Appreciate it. I'll work on that homework assignment on the Discord, the picture. Thanks for the extra hint. Take it easy. All right. Jump over and log out. All right, hey guys, thanks for all of you who dropped in on the chat tonight. Wanted to say thank you to a few people who followed. See if I can find that. I only have 2 monitors, so I can't show everything at once. But where are you guys? No Ballistic MT, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it, my friend. And then earlier on, losing track. Well, thank you next time my next stream rolls around. Again, appreciate every single follow I get at this point. Still building up a little bit of a base just to have people join in and check out the stream more often. Throw a follow if you haven't. Would really appreciate it just so you get a notification next time I'm streaming. My goal is to help players who have just started the game to get the groundwork laid really quickly so you can start enjoying it. Again, it's not odd to struggle if you're brand new to the game because there's so much to learn in the basics, the basic mechanics of how the game works, and just all the statistics behind the ships, the mechanics of how the game works with regard to spotting and angling, that sort of thing is really, really important and takes some experience under your belt to learn. So it's not new if you're having some early struggles because we've all gone through that. If you've been playing for a while, I may have some tips and information for you too. I don't profess to be the best player. My stats are pretty good, but it's more so, again, just enjoying playing the game and bringing this game to as many people as possible, which keeps seeing the numbers build on people playing Legends. And there's a really good following for World of Warships PC on Twitch, which is really what brought me into streaming and to playing a lot more, is just seeing how many people are enjoying this game as much as I do, which I got into it and hooked on it because of the history of the ships. And then I really enjoy the gameplay because this is a thinking person's game. It's not just a straight, how fast can you headshot someone type of game. So anyway, thank you very much if you joined. I do run PC streams as well as Legend streams. That will be in the title. So you'll kind of know which version I'm streaming. And I don't think there's that many people doing both. And I think there's enough difference between the two games to keep you interested if you have played the Legend side but have not played PC. It's free. Give it a try if you've got a computer that will run it. Power of PC wise, it's not the toughest game to run on lower settings. So it's not the most resource heavy game. So give it a shot. Play it for free. See if you like it. What you learn on one side translates to the other. They're definitely the same core game, but the captain system and the tier system and the number of ships available is definitely different between the two platforms. So I think it's a unique and enjoyable experience, whichever side you play. So Thank you so much for joining in. Really appreciate it. Have a great night, and we'll see you again next time. This is Van Kraken. I am out. Thanks.